180 hand cannons in the PvP community are a dime a dozen. You have some that are, really bad, like in this video I'm using the Nature of the Beast, and it's okay. And you got the Aikilos hand cannon, the 7th Seraph revolver, those are not so great. And then you've got some that are okay, like the Service revolver. And every now and then you reach that God tier level, like, cough cough, the Luna's Howl, or the Not Forgotten. Yes, those at one point in time were 180 hand cannons, and they had to be nerfed because they were just too good. Imagine 3-tapping with a 180 hand cannon, like consistently. Man, those were the good old days. But apart from that, we now have the Survivor's Epitaph, which is arguably my favorite legendary hand cannon in the game right now. And it's stellar. It's great. The loot pool for it is huge. The perk pool, the trait pool, it's great. So you can really get some good options there. Just never can seem to get one to roll with a range masterwork, because that's really the only thing that it's lacking. But apart from that, it's outstanding. And today, I want to answer the age-old question. 180 hand cannons! Do they suck? That depends, and doesn't really depend on the roll. You're just not going to get a roll that's going to make it any more. I mean, maybe you'll get some friendliness out of it, but you're not going to do anything to get anything major out of it. But it depends on your play style more than anything, right? 180 hand cannons, they award an aggressive play style, right? Like push, like get in and push. I'm not holding back in this map, and there's a reason for that. Because 180 hand cannons are really, really piss poor at range, especially what I'm using right here. This Nature of the Beast is more or less min-maxed for stability, and I did that for a reason, and I'll explain that in a second. And while it does have a range masterwork, I'm using the steady rounds and the steady hand sight for it, so it's built more for stability. Now, the reason for that is there's no amount of range that is going to make this any more useful. Like, it's got the rangefinder perk on it, and that's great. That does help. Adds a little bit of consistency to it, a little bit of forgiveness at long range. But you can min-max this thing for range, and it's not going to help you. The Sure Shot sight adds +9 range. The Accurized Rounds adds +9 range. And with a range masterwork, you're going to be sitting at a maximum of 67 range. And while you're like, it doesn't sound so bad, well, it's not so good either, because it's not going to help you. You're not going to outrange a 120 or a 140. You're just not going to do it. So where the play style comes in is stability. With an aggressive play style, you get in close range, and this weapon dominates. And again, this is the Nature of the Beast. It's mediocre at best. All my encounters, I do my absolute best to cut the map in half, right? Like, I don't push any long ranges. I get in close, and I do the cleanup from there. There's just nothing you can do to try and outgun one of those others is going to do you any amount of good, So, of course, 120s being the king of range, and the 140s being, even better for the mid-range and the longer ranges. You're just not going to outgun them, so I would say don't even try. So your best bet on getting something like this is to min-max for stability. What that's going to do is that's going to allow you to keep your sight stickier and a lot more nastier up close. Okay, like that's really what the stability is going to do for you. It keeps your cone a little bit smaller at all times, so that your shots register more as headshots. Remember, this is a precision frame, so the headshots register more easily, and that's the point behind it. Don't try to take long-range engagements. Now, if you can get you something, like I think the only 180 in the game that can roll with a damage-boosting perk is Survivor's Epitaph, and it can roll with, I believe, Rampage and Kill Clip. And if you can get a Kill Clip roll on that, you're set. You can 3-tap with that. You got to get headshots, but you can 3-tap, and it's really, really rewarding, and it feels good. It feels really good. I will say the one thing about 180s is I wish they would get some more exotic support. Malfeasance is cool, but I just wish there were a few more there. Overall, do 180 hand cannons suck? No, they don't. You just have to know how to play with it. And that's really all there is to it. Thanks for watching, my friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the old algorithm, and Godspeed.